Greetings everyone, Agion here with another, or actually my first Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Vermont, we have Statement. What a statement. And spawn on the right side as the red US, we have Songs. Okay, this is more or less take two. A couple days later. Oh, long story short, the video Shadowplay was trying to record the wrong monitor. And I look at this when I found this out when I started to edit videos. And the thing is, this was 9 videos, about 5 hours worth of content, unusable, no gameplay footage of me, of my cam, because of the video Shadowplay was trying to record the wrong monitor. It tries to record the primary monitor, which I set that to the primary monitor. The video control panel tried to control was at the right monitor. And the thing is, apparently my registry, the system registry, was like, nah, this is monitor number 3. And so I lost about 9 videos. 3 Company Heroes 2, 3 Company Heroes 1, and 3 Dawn of War 2s. This is one of my biggest issues when trying to record games. It's one of the reasons why it's hard for me to record games. It's usually technology is my biggest problem. And I'm the guy who has a cybersecurity certification and has a job as a PC technician. Ugh. Not fun. Either way, we do have an early Jeep here, and this is a great way to start out my first Company Heroes 1 cast, Take 2. We do got this Jeep here, now pursuing these pioneers. I do know one thing, this allows me to re-record this replay with much apt knowledge, because I was making myself a fool on my first time to record this. So there is a slight plus side. Volksgrenadier are going to make the advance trying to deal with this Jeep. I keep on to say Kubelwagen. Do note I will be saying a lot of Company Heroes 2 terms when I really should not. Because I actually never played Company Heroes 1 online. I've only ever played the campaigns. So, when it comes to a lot of Company Heroes 1 knowledge, I am very inadequate. We got these right from the squad here. We do also have some sandbags being deployed on there, which should be relatively fine. There's only 2 windows on the side, and he does drop a model there. Those sandbags there, of course, meant for some good, a better fighting position. Engineers do manage to hop inside the building. Volksgrenadier are going to be forced back. Jeep is going ahead and doing a nice little flanking opportunity, forcing back this Pioneer squad.
The Americans are capturing.
We do have, of course, the barracks deployed. We do have the Wehrmacht quarters. We get the Volksgrenadiers, which can also get. Let's see, what was it? I forget what's in some of these buildings. Since I only played the campaign, Wehrmacht is probably my least knowledgeable. In this building, you can get the MG, the Volksgrenadiers, not the PaK-38, and not the mortar. I think you also get the motorcycle. I think it's the MG42, the motorcycle, and the Volksgrenadier. Not the sniper. The sniper is in the next tier building. While over here, we do have the, of course, barracks who can give you the Jeep, the rifleman, and the bar upgrade. And I think also like grenade upgrade and sticky upgrade. We do have some tank traps trying to come on down. I'm so glad they patched this out of Company Heroes 2 in order that little, oh, I just placed down. Here's a pile of, here's a single sandbag, or here's a concrete that magically appeared to stop any sort of vehicle movement. I'm so glad they patched that out of Company Heroes 2. Thank you, mod team, for really fixing that. Balance team. Volksgrenadier are getting overwhelmed by this rifleman squad. And he is correct, he's taking too much fire. This one may get wiped. This Jeep is really hunting him down. The Jeep is at half health, but this Volksgrenadier will not fire back because he's running the other direction. Run, Forrest, run! Or it's like, run, Hans, run! This, is he gonna go in? No, he will not. It's probably a good idea. Sacrifice the Jeep over the... Oh, is he... Is this guy trapped in there?
Attack our forward base.
There's only
We're
one
losing
window.
territory.
I think if this... I think he can still get out of there, but I don't think he can re-garrison it in with those wire there. Oh, I hear a sniper, so you can get a sniper from this building. I must have been mistaken. I heard he turned unit down. Did a Pioneer squad go down? He only has one left. I'm pretty sure he had two to begin with, so he did lose a Pioneer squad. Somewhere. I don't see any corpses here, and we do have the sniper now engaging this rifleman squad. This rifleman squad is very depleted and wounded, but this Volk squad didn't get fully reinforced here. They lost a model, and they see one reinforced there. The sniper does get another good hit there. Jeep is going in after the sniper. The sniper is camouflage. We have escalation to the next battle phase, and we got damaged engine there with, and Panzerfaust does connect, ensuring the sniper stays alive. I don't think the Panzerfaust was necessary with this bunker here and the damaged engine, but it's better than sure it's dead than rather have a chance of losing the sniper. So better safe than sorry. Pioneer does capture up that fuel. Overall, some great map control by the US player, but he is lacking this munitions and this munitions, as well as the VP. The tickets are slightly in favor of the Wehrmacht player. And we have another squad of Pioneers now out on the field, probably primarily for capturing pressure, because they are pretty cheap. Like what, 120, I believe? Really, really cheap. They're great for capping, and that's about it. Flamers, even with upgraded flamer, they don't last very long. Snipers here. That, what's it called? Tank trap was disposed of. That was a Wehrmacht tank trap because it was stone.
We're losing a sector.
There are the Dragon's Teeth tank traps are in Company Heroes 2 in the files, but they're in singles rather than the pairs, which is probably better for less buggy and control when we're laying down as fences. I do mean that as a term, as if you lay down a line, whether it be barbed wire, sandbags, or tank traps, it's called, when in the program files, it's called a fence. And you can change the variability of their width or distance between them in order to make it into a solid fence or into a loose fence. And we do have a bunker coming up. I'm guessing it is a forward recovery, though it can be used for forward reinforcements as well. I remember, can you actually reinforce it when it's not upgraded? That would be significant. It is slightly wounded due to that small bit of rifle fire. Sniper does pitch in another shot there. This Greyhound, it's right there. Sort of hard to see. It actually really blends in quite well. He's trying to splice it. I think this will be a recovery station to help recover the casualties that's died. And we do have the defensive doctrine being activated. Nice. I will be honest. Panzerfaust does connect, doesn't damage the engine. It may take another 2, actually I think 3 to take it out. Armor skirts have been built on it. The MG looks like may not be on the way. Maybe if I switch players, I can see the upgrade queue. Nope, we don't see the MG. I'm going to be honest. When I saw, and I thought this in my recast, I could have sworn this was terror doctrine, but it's the defensive doctrine. Defensive doctrines, honestly, in my opinion, is relatively weak in 1v1s. It lacks any sort of armor, late game armor, while the flak 88s are nice. And that's a dead or engineer squad thanks to that sniper. To me, the flak 88s are relatively weak when 2 of the US doctrines have access to artillery, the Calliope and the M2. The M2 is pretty effective versus against these static positions, while the Calliope is more effective against the infantry. But still, that's 2 options to take out the flak 88s. Excuse me. And the armor company, while the Calliopes can still net you a Pershing as well. While the latter still can give you the bazookas.
We're losing a sector.
Airborne is good, but for other reasons. And which the flak 88s is nice versus the airborne. Let's see, no doctrinal selection over here. Same, of course, has its points of research. We do have possible for the fatherland. Able is a defensive bonus, and we do have now the forward recovery. So his model starts dropping, he can go potentially get some free Volksgrenadier. Or is it regular Grenadier squads you get from it? I think it is regular Grenadiers. The sniper still hidden, jumps inside the bunker for protection. I think he can't really target it all too well while inside the bunker. And he's potentially able to shoot out of that window and engage these units because you see him there, yeah. So that sniper's in a great defensive position while the Greyhound's around. And that shot from the Greyhound went straight down.
You're losing a sector.
It is possible for bullets to be fired straight down. Those are usually just really bad rounds. Bit of a story back when I was in the Air National Guard is luckily the guy who was firing his gun, he was issued a brand new weapon. Luckily he was prior Army infantry because when he fired the weapon, he noticed there was a huge gas cloud that came out of the ejection port, not at the end of the barrel. And luckily our good Cadam guy noticed that as well. They opened up his weapon, looked down the barrel, and noticed the bullet was still inside the barrel. If they didn't catch that and he fired again, there's a good chance his gun would explode. So yeah, if you see a massive glass cloud that goes out of the side of the gun and not out through the barrel, do not fire another shot. Put a ram round down the barrel once you clear out the weapon, of course, and maybe a bullet pops out. You really don't want to see that happen. He eventually got that weapon replaced again because that weapon had a lot of malfunctions beyond user air.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And the weapon is clean because he's armor infantry. He takes good care of his weapon.
The minefield is clear. Mine detectors are in.
It looks like we have one casualty recovered. I think he needs 4 more. Though it looks like he needs 3 more. Yeah, that's 20%, not 40, 25%. And here comes the Greyhound going straight into the base. I think he's hunting the sniper. Is that sniper even still alive? Yeah, the sniper's still alive, but runs straight into a stealth Pak-38. There are these pinto mounts on top of the buildings because he is defensive doctrine, which rarely ever. Honestly, it's a pretty weak ability. If you're at this point, it's usually pretty bad, and that's only really effective for infantry. You can see even against the Greyhounds, not that great. And like significant firing angles, because look, they're not even firing. We got another assault over here. Sniper and Grenadiers are here. But there may be a bit of a lack of micro because he's mostly focused here. This Greyhound sustained another massive hit. He's going to try running away, but the Pak-38 has repositioned at a good angle. And the sniper does, in fact, go down. I think there's an explosion there, and there's a rifle there. That's where the sniper went down to the Greyhound. He does trade the other Greyhound to get that sniper. And there's another Pak-38 here. Getting some good hits. It does throw down some tank traps there. It does not reposition the Pak-38. We may see a Panzerfaust. It does now reposition the Pak-38, but he's far out of range. Panzerfaust does connect, but doesn't even get a damaged engine. We do got the medics now going and claiming a casualty. And the riflemen are currently firing against, actually, they're hitting the medics themselves. War crimes, buddy. You don't shoot medics. They're non-combatants. He does deposit the guy there, but he's shooting the medic. Even though this is before the Geneva Conventions, you do not shoot medics unless they're shooting at you. Even if they have a handgun on their hip, they're still classified non-combatants. Handguns are classified as self-defense weapons, not combat weapons.
We have regained the momentum on the field.
And the riflemen will be wiped out for their war crimes.
Volksgrenadiers taking fire.
Sniper ready for orders.
Another sniper out on the field, and I think I just saw an infantry or weapon team veterancy upgrade.
Ready, Grenadiers!
Pioneers in behind. You're ready.
Pioneers trying to defend themselves. He just captures the point and runs away. It does deny the usage of this munitions, but that's pretty much sums it up.
one is fresh off the assembly line. Unloaded and ready, mein Herr.
Both these Pack 38s are still alive. This one is still pretty wounded.
They're losing territory.
And Volksgrenadier is starting to reinforce.
It's built. What now? Volksgrenadiers reporting first phase.
Sniper does get another good hit there. Let's see if we see a Doctrine lock-in. We do got the Howitzer shoot. He's gone for infantry. And he also has enough for an M2-105. And the M2-105's range, I think you need deployed. It needs to be set up in order to see it. But I think it does reach to around
Front
here-ish.
lines are collapsing.
Let's see now.
Ready.
Follow this line. And I was about right. Yeah, you can see here, this is the range. So you can actually siege the frontal buildings if you so choose. If you push a bit farther forward, you can actually siege his opponent's base.
That's the ball game. Construction finished.
Ooh, Howitzer raining in on this
Enemy
pack.
unit down.
And wow, that splash. Was that the wounded pack?
We have a...
No, that was not the wounded pack. And so that was... I'm surprised that he was able to kill those models from that such distance. You got the MG here getting displaced by the armored car. Multiple rifleman squads here. Bars have been researched. The MG42 is completely wiped out. Grenadiers making their advance. The Panther is on the way. Time to do a quick test. Do we see the build queue? No, we do not see the build queue if you don't have it selected. And the Panther should pop on his retreat. But, of course, he can't fire it while retreating.
And that's the ball game. Construction finished.
Something has just been built back at home. Not as sure what. It could have been an observation post somewhere.
Engineer squad ready.
Where's it? Oh, we do have observation posts being built. Something must have been built back here. I'm not sure. But either way.
Up the ante. Production is
Ooh,
now at double
mine
time.
detonation.
Krauts are
You can
grabbing
see
our
here,
territory.
and it looks like he's actually pretty close. One more command point, he can get out some rangers if he so choose. But we do have mine detonation here, leaving the rifleman very exposed to this Volksgrenadier. This recovery bunker will take quite some time to take out, even with the Greyhound. Pack 38 is now resetting on up. This one is still alive. And it's actually at full health because he only got very, very long range model kills. Like widespread. And there you go, we got a hit there. That AoE is really lethal to infantry. Did that squad? No, it does not go down. And there's the pack there, being obscured by this smoke. And more war crimes, taking out these medics. We do have this Greyhound still back at base, getting repaired. He's severely wounded. Looks like there was a mine detonation there, but based on the side where it is, that must have been the US squad detonating the mine as well. The Grenadiers making their advance. Throws out a grenade. Does do a nice dodge there. The longer the grenade travel time, the more likely he can dodge it. He's trying to decrew this Pack 38. He is quite wounded, but sustaining too many losses is forced on back. Pack 38 even takes a pot shot there. We do have 3 command points for the Wehrmacht player. That's the Greyhound, not another Howitzer. He could go for another Howitzer, but Howitzers take up a lot of population. See here, the Wehrmacht player has 27 population, while the US player has a population of...
Artillery reporting.
31. And you can see here, he has a lot of squads here, and here comes the Howitzer. Though that's a capture symbol. I think he's... Oh, no, he's trying to hit that Pack Howitzer. Not Pack Howitzer, Pack Team. And actually, he was pretty close. It really does blend in with the ground, especially with the big smoke. Ooh!
We're losing ground out there.
He still may go down.
Right in the middle of a goddamn firefight.
Greyhound here. There's still... And we just got battle phase for the Wehrmacht player. Since he went for defensive, he's going to need to focus and get a Panther or Panzer Force. He can't rely on Stugs. Oh, he could rely on Stugs. He's probably going to have to rely, but he can't rely on Tigers or King Tigers.
One of our
And looks like the off-map Howitzer shoots coming on in.
What now?
Getting some good fire on top of this Volksgrenadier. He needs to fall back to this recovery station in order to utilize reinforcements, but he was worried about the off-map Howitzer shoot. He is starting to repair up the bunker that was damaged on this initial construction, and now this combat engineer is trying to capture the VP, but he's severely wounded. Does the capture, needs to shoot him back. The Greyhound's now moving forward. Grenade is thrown. This looks like a good grenade. Good damage, anyways. Panzerstreck currently suppressed due to the bar. Another Panzerstreck does hit the rear armor of the Greyhound.
First squad is down.
Another frag grenade fired. Volksgrenadier did get wiped out somewhere. He's down to 2 from his 3. And here comes another medic and another war crime. Up north, there is a engineer squad capturing up the VP. So it's going to be a triple cap in favor of the U.S. player.
Attack our forward base.
And this model decides, I'm just going to walk over here.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
M8 now fully repaired. This rifleman squad is seeing quite a bit of losses. The squad is very dispersed as well. He was actually decapturing this point. Grenadier push getting assaulted by a rifleman. Grenade does miss significantly. Off the howitzer is firing once again. And there's forward reinforcements here, so he's able to pump manpower into these squads, but he didn't actually reinforce in time. More medics getting killed, and he does not recover that wounded. Grenadier's making another advance. Frag grenade is thrown. Panzerstreck does fire, and the AT gun does get a good hit there as well. Wow, that fired pretty quickly. Grenadiers are trying to force in combat, but they may get bled quite a bit because the models are just not staying. We do have a sniper here to help support. Panzerstreck does fire, main gun destroyed. He's going to need to force fire the ground. Or no, the engineer's body blocking him. Fires and misses. He lost another unit. I'm not sure what it was. This guy is revealed. He is fully reinforced. Grenadiers now making their advance. Ooh. The howitzers are now firing. Ooh, wait, there's 2 of them there. 2 howitzers are now firing. MG42 is set on up, trying to suppress these squads. But with these 2 howitzers here, this church will not last very long. And looks like this howitzer was the crew. There is some models dropped on the ground, but he killed all the medics. There's actually a guy here. The guy here, I think, got blown up by the howitzer. Ooh, and that Panzerstreck was not successful. Destroyed his heavy cover he was so much using. Volksgrenadier are getting hit by the M8. They are not going to be able to fight that. But he's just trying to catch up this munitions sector. Not munitions, manpower sector. Does get suppressed there by the MG42, I believe. Wait. What's up with that line? Is that from the howitzer? Is it...
Sniper taking fire!
Wow, that's a visual bug. Apparently, I somehow have... It's not even lining up. How... Wait, does... There's a Volksgrenadier went down. Do I... Is that... Okay, I think I found a bug in the, replay error. Because I think I found a way to reproduce it. Do not change players while having a unit of arc displayed. Because right now you can see two separate arcs. Doesn't disappear.
105 battery here.
In theory...
Jawohl. We have 300 points left.
Yep, I had to do it. There's no three of them
The
there.
enemy is seizing our territory.
So ignore all of the lines. Oh, there was a mine there.
Yeah.
We do have an engineer trying to capture that point.
Supply lines are broken. We have
Volkswagen here in the
territory
center of
out
the map, but here comes off-map howitzer shoot, so he's going to need to make an immediate retreat.
What are your
Ooh,
orders?
he doesn't realize there's artillery raining down on him, but look, the off-map howitzer shoot is largely missing. Does drop a model there. Over here, we got the flamer moving on forward. The two grenadiers here are getting burned out. Grenade is thrown on the combat engineers, but they do a nice dodge. Both Grenadier coming to support. MG42 is here as well. Up north, with the Greyhound is still alive.
MG crew!
And the Howitzer's now engaged in this MG42. It does force it back.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Thus another casualty has been claimed. One more casualty and he will get a free Grenadier. Vet 3 Grenadier, I might add.
The armor's pounding us to hell!
Was?
Up north, we do have the Greyhound engaged in this Volksgrenadier.
Veteran seat gained.
And we have a Panzer IV and Vet 1 tanks. So now there's a Vet 1 Panzer IV now out on the field.
Artillery has been released to our command.
The bunker is currently being repaired.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Over here, we have now Rangers upgrade of Thompsons now making their advance. Frag grenade is thrown, but he may splash his own units a bit there.
We are losing ground.
These Thompsons are going to be very problematic. The Ranger squads are very durable, and they're at the optimal range. And here comes some riflemen to support out and out. This Grenadiers and Volksgrenadier needs to fall back. They're not able to gauge this.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Yeah, they have a lot of incoming fire. There's 4 Thompsons shooting at them. Pioneer squad is inside this bunker, trying to desperately defend it. Droulos is the casualty there, so no quick response of a Volks, and this Pioneer gets burned out of the bunker. This bazooka is going to try and make its way, trying to get through this bunker. And this, there is this Panzer IV which can deal with the units over here. Have to be a bit careful with bazooka, but it looks like one of the bazooka models went down. And due to how slot items work, I think all the Thompsons are actually using slot items as well, not the advanced way they use in a couple years too to change the base weapons.
Another replacement.
We do have a teller mine being laid down. Panzer Force making his advance. And the bunker may in fact go down, will in fact go down. I do believe he's got 2 of these squads, I think maybe even all 3 of those squads came from that bunker. I didn't exactly see it displayed, but that's because, as I mentioned before, it's not the first time I've actually seen this replay. Howitzers now raining on in.
Volk squad is down.
I'm not
The
sure where
enemy
they're
has 300
landing.
points.
Oh, how many models was that? There's 3 models there. That was a. There's a body parts there. That was 4 models in one shot. Ooh, that's unlucky.
We're taking fire! Veterancy gained.
Rangers now moving on forward. We do have a U.S. mine there. Grenade is thrown. Volksgrenadier severely wounded. Does decapture that point, which does cut off all those resources down south. M1 AT gun has been built. No, he's infantry company. I think that's the armored reinforcements.
Supply
Make
lines
a
are
quick
broken.
exchange.
Territory cut off from supply.
Yeah, we see the M1 AT gun, a mortar
We're hitting
team,
one of our forward
and I think a
emplacements,
rifle. This
trying to
and
take our
that
territory.
vet zero rifleman squad may have been from the armored reinforcements
Losing ground
or
out
off-map
there.
combat group, I should say. I'm really not a huge fan of this ability. You get 3 or like random squads that you may not necessarily really want. But that's just me. For me, this feels like a weak ability. If it was guaranteed like 2 Wolverines, now I would say that would be decent. But right now, I'm not a huge fan of this ability.
57 mil at your service. We're ready.
Greyhound is making its way forward. This new Grenadier squad may receive some off-map, not on-map howitzers.
We got crowds here.
But the Greyhound may work just as well.
You are elite.
I just realized we haven't seen any Shermans yet, or it doesn't have the structure for the Shermans. He may be just huge whiff of a grenade. Over here, the M1 AT gun trying to respond to the Panzer IV. There is 2 flamers here. And he is at pop cap. These howitzers do consume a lot of population. Grenadier is now getting torched by these combat engineers. And they're not really fighting all too well. And they are forced on back. The 1-man squad will fall back as well, while this Pioneer is repairing up the Panzer IV. Oh, I think that's the registered artillery?
Forward supply lines are broken.
Yeah, registered artillery being called on down on the command point. Engineer severely wounded. I think he's going to go down. He does retreat back, but he most likely will still go down. We've got Pioneers here, but they flinched there, and they're not firing either. That guy should not have lived. Greyhound making an advance. There are some ranges here for AT support as well as a M1 AT gun. He's not being fired upon because he's using the hedge. And oh, Volksgrenadier gets stuck right there and dies. Nice little body block there. There is a bunker here. It's not facing the right direction. There's either a repair bunker, going to be a repair bunker, or going to be a med bunker. Bazooka does an impact and miss. And there is a destroyed engine that looks like the end of the Greyhound. Up north, we have this Panzer IV receive a sticky bomb damaging the engine. And that bug has been around even in Company Heroes for as long as I remember. And I remember something hearing about it's like based on like demonstrating client side and not being catched up. I have that bug even happen in campaigns in Company Heroes too. So that clearly cannot be the outcome. There is a mine here, and there's bazookas here. Hits the mine, does get pinned from the mine, and the Greyhound is going to stay alive, but does use fired up in order to displace or remove the suppression. One bazooka is still up. And there's going to be a couple sticky bombs here. Another bazooka onto the rear armor does miss there. You may see a pair of sticky bombs. We do have one there. Good, another hit there, and the sticky bomb does take out the Panzer IV. Ooh, big loss for not really much gained.
The guns are primed, loaded, and ready for war.
This engine's so damaged, and he's severely wounded. I think it was the M1AT gun.
57 mil at your service. Traps are firing on us.
Which is right here at the moment.
Traps have a bead on us, taking hits. Squad under fire.
Stand our damn ground here.
Mortar team is trying to push on forward. Problem is, there's nothing to stop these Grenadiers from advancing.
Fire. We're trying to live fire here.
Do have a miss there. Infantry starting to make their advance.
Weapon crew
And Grenadiers
lost.
are going to jump in that building, which will stall. He's trying to... Ooh, and does the crew of the weapon team will not be able to take the time to destroy it. And that's still a lot of losses. This Grenadier squad still could actually be wiped out.
Operation posts report we are losing a sector.
Nope, but he is still severely wounded. This Grenadier squad is moving still here. Still alive, but the Thomas is going to be very problematic to say the least. Panzer IV here still being repaired. This is a repair bunker, in which you can see the repair engineers are here. Howitzer Barrage trying to hit that Panzer IV, which is long gone. Ooh. That is a US mine. The other one either got destroyed or canceled before built.
Enemy
Greyhound
unit
getting
down.
very close to the Panzer IV, but does not get engaged. Oh, and that Pioneer Squad barely goes down. Does spot the repair bunker. Quite a bit of fuel here as well. He may want to invest into the next tier structure. He has engineers here. If he loses stuff, he can replace with Sherman tanks. Sherman tanks would go probably a bit longer way than the what's it called? Greyhound. Two Panzer IVs are now here. And there's Knight's Crossholder here. Bet 3 Knight's Crossholder will be very effective. Grenade was being queued on up, that's why he left the building. Grenade was thrown and missed.
Heavy enemy fire on our position!
We have a threat to our victory point.
And looks like Knight's Crossholder may be eyeing to capture this point, but most likely will receive howitzer barrages.
Ready to move. Where's that support?
Panzer IVs are trying to make their advance. Does decrew that mortar team.
Germans are pounding our base.
And over here we do have a Greyhound.
Casualties being reported.
Ooh, there goes that rifleman squad, and I heard casualties reported before those went down. And the howitzers are going down. But they have such a high population cost, this actually may be a good thing. So it frees up population for Shermans. Now rifleman squad will escape. This damaged engine needs to fall back. Does destroy the howitzer entirely. Greyhound rushing on in may have opportunity to take on the Panzer IV, but severely unlikely. Oh, he places a mine. He's trying to force him to back up onto the mine. He knows about it. He doesn't really want to retreat back that direction. The other howitzer is going down. That one's effect too as well. This mine is going to be bad. I'll keep that selected
forces are
so as
taking
to see the
casualties.
damage done to it.
Our base is under
One
attack.
more cannon shot and that howitzer's down. Rear armor hit. Greyhound has plenty of health to gamble against the Panzer IV. And there goes the howitzer, but here comes a M10. Does roll a miss there. Greyhound still has plenty of health.
Traps are hitting us pretty hard.
Bazooka hits, multiple bazooka hits. That one more M10 shot might take it out. He upgraded that with armored skirts. Both of them now have armored skirts.
Wheels and grease ready to go.
Nice
front
cross
lines
quarters are
collapsing.
here as well. But the Greyhound's still going to be very problematic. Now that's a blob. And with his field
Allies
population,
are
he
down
now gets
200
out a
points.
second
Down one
M10.
tank destroyed.
M10s are pretty cheap. And there goes damaged engine Panzer
Front lines
IV.
collapsing.
And the Greyhound's going in.
Enemy unit
This
down.
Panzer IV is still out of control. This one M10 still in fact go down. And the out of control Panzer IV is still here. Do have the Panzerfaust there, but another hit there by the out of control Panzer IV. Something I did miss, because since I've seen this replay before, this M10 actually was taken out by the out of control Panzer IV. And out of control Panzer IV did a lot of damage. Panzerstrike does fire and miss the Greyhound. M10 severely wounded. Wasn't both the assault engineers do fall back? I perhaps would have just done a lot of retreats and then fell back.
This shit don't scare us.
Let's see, what he's going to rebuild with? Do have another Panzer IV, very understandable, and another sniper. What's infantry at? Only 3 grenadiers and Knight's Crossholder. Knight's Crossholder is very good, no doubt about it. The 3 grenadiers will be good for infantry
enemy
support, so the Panzer
advances.
IV would be good combo.
Replacement, fall in.
Incoming gunfire! Grenadiers, hold steady!
Rifleman squad does fall back. This Ranger squad is still here. 2 bazookas, also only 3 Thompsons. Frag is thrown and does get a model. Knight's Crossholder severely wounded. May want to eye for some medical crates. Does activate the medical crates now, but the Ranger's going to be nice and close, and he's on a bit of negative ground there. One model does go down, does throw out a frag, and severely damages the Knight's Crossholder. And the sniper's forced back as well. Greyhound is going to charge on in. I think it's going to be for the sniper.
We have 200 points.
Grenadiers do fall back, and the Grenadier squad is getting ripped apart by the Greyhound as well. Gets hits a repair engineer. That's not a war crime. Honestly, are they classified enemy combatants? Or non-combatants, or no?
Forward base.
Lays down a mine there in front of the Knight's Crossholder. He's trying to kill the Knight's Crossholder with the mine. In
One of
fact,
our sectors
that
has been
mine
cut
there could kill a retreating squad. Ooh, that could be nasty. Sniper being focused, main gun destroyed. That saves the sniper plus the Panzerstrike hit.
What's the point now, but you know they're coming back.
The repair bunker is now severely wounded. The point's also out of control.
The point is ours. We've got to hold on.
For the fatherland!
Oops.
We will crush them beneath our armor treads.
The Panzer IV is at full health. It is at veterancy 3, so he's researched all the veterancy upgrades.
Grenadiers taking hit.
And that Pioneer Squad does come out. I think it's meant for repairing the repair bunkers. If he loses that, he's going to need repair Pioneers anyways. Because Panzer IVs cannot stay at 100% health the entire time. Sniper does get another good hit there. M10's is rushing on in. This Panzer IV is going to be quickly overwhelmed, but we do got a Panzer Strike, but it missed. Panzer Faust, something is being called on in. Is it registered artillery? No, that was the off-map howitzer shoot. Panzer IV. There goes the M10 to the Panzer Strike. Gunner has been killed, one shot away from death. Hits the M10, the carcass, and goes down. Sniper gets burned by the Pioneers, the Engineers as well. And there's also another M10 here, so he has a lot of M10s.
Hey, Grenadiers, you do. Fall in line. Jawohl.
Cowards attack our forward base.
We have a bit of flames coming into the structure. The Grenadiers will need to fall back sooner rather than later. Grenade is thrown. Grenade is dodged.
The Americans are capturing the sector. This Grenadier squad is severely wounded. Panzer Strike does connect. Will we see another Panzer IV? Or is it going to, maybe he's going for a Panther right now. Let's see. He has very little fuel, so let's see what he's going for. He is going to go for Panther. Something a bit heavier to deal with these M10s. Grenadiers do hop inside the building, but it's severely lacking manpower. This Grenadier squad is getting way overwhelmed. And there is an MG42 here to deal with all the infantry. We do have fired up on the Rangers, preventing suppression. Most likely will be running forward for a flank and grenade. But it does run to this base MG.
Orders? Welcome to the squad.
Over on the right side, this point has been captured by the Knight's Crossholder. And he is starting to salvage these wrecks. Very nice. We may see a grenade or something to interrupt the Pioneers. And now we do have a Panther out on the field. Panzer Strike does fire, does hit the M10. Rangers trying to close the distance. They have 2 bazookas out, so only 3 Thompsons. Panzer Strike does connect the M10 once again. It's one shot away from death, but nothing in the air to really take it out. But the Panther's not going to rush on in. Does have the Pinto mount as well. On the right side, we do have this M10 here. And we do have the Knight's Crossholder now sustaining quite a bit of damage from the Flamers. Territory. They were quite stacked up and they weren't fighting back. It does get a nice body block there. The Knight's Crossholder could go down. He burned one of his own engineers there to death, though. There is now another sniper out on the field. He's been heavily relying on the snipers, trying to deal with all the infantry, but overall they haven't been all to that great, honestly. Panther here, getting some good hits on the rifleman squad.
Americans
And we
are
do
seizing
have
territory from
the
us.
stick grenade out. And there goes the engine.
Victory reserves stand at 100 points.
And Pen coming out, but he won't be able to deal with the Panther by himself. Panther is here, and that was a miss. But crushes one of the Pioneer squads, denying the repairs. Main gun is destroyed. Panther does take it out. Up here we do have the Rangers coming forth once again. Sniper does make another hit. And here comes the Knight's Crossholder as well. Oh, we do have a good frag grenade. That could be a dead Grenadier squad. He can't be losing them. But we do have the Panther getting good hit. Still damaged engine, which could make it vulnerable to a rush of M10s. We do have this one's full health. This one's at full health. And this one's at full health. There's 3 full health M10s. It's more than enough to overwhelm a Panther with a damaged engine.
Victory point is ours! Let's hold it!
Incoming gunfire! Grenadiers, hold steady!
Cowards attack our forward
What
base.
now? Ready!
Grenadiers. Oh, frag grenade onto the Knight's Crossholder. They're quite wounded. Perhaps they should eye a medical pack sooner rather than later. And I think they just used a medical pack there. You can see the below. And if you look closely, the health is going up. M10s, however, now rushing on in. I mentioned it's going to rush on in. The Pioneers haven't repaired the engine. There's no running away. Multiple rear armor hits. And the Sniper gets ran over in midst of all that combat. Sticky grenade as well. Knight's Crossholder was rushing forward. Could actually got crushed right there. And takes out one of his own M10s right there, I believe. But taking out Panther is more than worth it. Panzer IV, a bit outgunned. This one has a damaged engine.
The enemy advances.
Load and prepare!
It says it's a Panther and just now pulls it out.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Off Matt's house. No, that's the registered artillery coming on in. Frag grenade onto the front door. Does not de-garrison out onto it. Grenadier squad could go down. Panstrek squad's trying to gauge the M10, but it still managed to live barely. NV42 trying to reposition, trying to hit these units, but they're going to be well outnumbered. This Grenadier squad needs to fall back. He loses entirely. Panzer IV moving on forward. This is the damaged engine M10. And it's getting really close. The repairs should be able to save the Panzer IV. And there goes... just barely gets the kill. Pioneer squad needs to fall back. The Panzer IV needs to fall back. He could potentially take out this guy. Main gun is destroyed. No health. But the fact is, he just doesn't know it's there. Nice Crossholder. There is a US sniper in front of them. Does activate the healing right there. Throws out a frag, does dodge the frag. But loses a model there.
The Americans are capturing a sector. One of our sectors has been cut off.
Where do you want us?
MG42 retread setting up, trying to protect that VP. I just realized these lines are actually still up when the howitzers are long gone. N10 has his main gun repaired, but there's two flamers here. That Grenadier squad needs to fall back. Over here we do have the Panzer IV. There goes the engine fully immobilized. And the N10 smells the blood in the water. Registered artillery raining on in somewhere. Up here.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Panzerfaust does connect. Another good hit there by the Panzer IV, but the next shot is down. Panzerschreck fires
Our forward supply
and
lines
misses,
are
but he
broken.
gets body blocked by his own buddy. US sniper's trying to save him. And Panzerschreck does fire, and there it goes, out of control. Barely managed to save the squad. In fact, the sniper could fire again.
Incoming! We have incoming!
He does not.
Heavy panzer. German steel.
Panther,
We have only 50 points in reserve.
full health
Need
Panther,
position
that
holding.
3. Alpha Matt's howitzer shoot trying to stop the capture, and there is a drop bazooka there.
Stand by for target.
N10's now rushing on forward. This one will likely go to the rear armor. These are engineers, not riflemen for a snare. And their damaged, destroyed engine. Panzerschreck here, it will help deal damage to the other M10. And that one is out of control.
We have only
Another good
25
rear armor
points.
hit there.
Must turn the battle immediately.
Panther going straight on in. Mine here has already been detonated. And there is a fresh M10. There's also a mine there as well. This fresh M10 is going to be very problematic. Does get to the rear armor. He's going to probably, the Panther needs to gamble his armor in order to gauge it. He is going to one more shot and he's down. And there goes that M10. But the VPs are heavily in favor of the US player. Ooh, and that MG42 team does go down.
Ready.
They're coming! They're coming from the west!
Victory point here. Oh, there's also an observation post there. Frag grenade is thrown. Does get a good hit on Knight's crossover. He can't be losing that squad. It's likely to go down. He's severely wounded. And that is a critical loss. He's down 2 Panzer Grenadiers, 2 engineers, and a severely wounded Panther. And if the amount of tickets he has less, he can't take time to repair, I guess. These guys are falling back. Registered artillery is running on in. Does buy him some time. Here comes the M10s. Only one that's needed to take out the Panther. And the turret's rotated the wrong direction. Deflection there. Missed there. And there goes the Panther. And oh, that crush. That crush was nasty.
They're losing territory.
Panzerschreck does connect, and more crushes. Over here we do have the Ranger squad capturing the central VP, and that is one VP in favor of the US player. Or no, the Axis player, I should say. Sniper's being chased down by the Grenadier squad, but the M10 gets a direct hit on one of the models. And Sniper lines up the shot. And there goes that squad, leaving just one Grenadier, 2 Pioneers, and the Panzer IV. Great hit right there. Rear armor hit from the M10. This one can sustain a shot. And he's going to push on forward.
Enemy is down to 100 points.
That Panzer IV is likely going to go down. And there goes the Panzer IV. Another Knight's Crossholder has been built. And there goes the Grenadier, Pioneer squad. British artillery has rained on in, and this point will most likely spell death for his opponent. Patrick's trying to go on forward. Church severely wounded, so may not want to risk putting a squad in there. The next crossholder needs the Grenadier squad needs to immediately go to that point and start capturing it. Call the Grenadier squad and have the next crossholder deal with the engineers. And that Knight's Crossholder did manage to take a sniper bullet. Ooh, Knight's Crossholder down to one last man. Rolls a miss there, and there's off-mass Howard Troop wiping out that squad, and that's game. I see no way for the player to come back. Go ahead and fast forward. The tickets are draining down fast.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Does stop the capture there, but kills that guy. Units are moving up north. And he just has to cast in the GG. The point has been... Oh, looks like the VPs have been terminated. It says one left, but with a fast forward state, maybe a slight bug, because you can see here, clearly red, that's blue. The VP's right out. This is Agion saying thank you for watching, and signing off.